Hi, everybody. It's Kim Hughes, and today we're going to talk about what you need to be doing in the last quarter of the year as a real estate agent or as a business owner. I mean, a lot of the things that I'm talking about can also work with any kind of entrepreneur in what we're doing today. So if you know somebody that could benefit from this, please share it with them. And if you are listening to this, I would really love it if you could follow and share. And then if you're watching this on YouTube, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe and give us a like if this is a great little video for you. Welcome to the Unstoppable Real Estate Agents Podcast. I'm your host and real estate productivity expert, Kim Hughes. Join me as we focus on real strategies and implement real solutions designed for you to achieve major success in your business and life while getting you organized. This is going to be the last hurrah for the year. And this is where I want you to really focus on what you started out in January. In January, maybe even last December, you probably sat down and made your goals and planned out what you wanted to do by the end of the year. And so, we all set great goals. We set business goals and personal goals. We help our children make goals and, our health goals, everything. So let's take a minute and talk about what you need to do between now and the end of the year so that you can start off the next year full speed and be ready and be ahead of everybody else. So, the first thing I want to talk about is let's just reflect, okay, for a minute. Let's talk about what goals did you set at the beginning of the year, and then when did you achieve the goal? Did you have a timeline? Did you say, okay, well, this goal is going to take me all year to achieve? I want to sell 30 homes. And so each quarter, you should evaluate what you have accomplished on your bigger goals. But, I'm one of these that says you have 4 quarters in a year, right? So I want you to make goals for that quarter. So quarter one would be what? Is that going to be, I need to get back into my fitness routine. I need to eat healthier. I need to send out my settlement statements to my new clients that I picked up last year. So, what business goals do you need? So, sending out your settlement statement, that's one. You have a deadline. You've got to prepare, so that's going to take maybe, depending on how many homes you sold last year, depends on how much time it's going to take. But it shouldn't take more than maybe an hour, okay? So that's something super easy. You can map it out, get it done, get it ready, and just say, the last week of the year, if I don't have any closings, I can get that ready and be done before the first of the year. So this is the way I want you to think about it. Let's jump ahead as much as we can to prepare so that if something happens, then we're like, oh, we took care of that, if you get sick, you're not going to feel like doing it. So get it done, or get it done to the point where you can, and then finish it out wherever you should. And then, blocking that time off is huge for you. I mean, make an appointment with yourself. I heard that the other day and, I thought, oh, that's an idea, So I started doing that, and I give myself 2 hours a week, one on Monday, one on Friday, where I sit down and I look at what do I need to do for the week, and then what did I finish for the week. So that's why I do it on Monday and Friday. And I make it into my calendar, and I've been doing this now, I think we're going on the second month, and it's working, So every time you hear something that might help you be more organized, be more efficient, be, less of a procrastinator, try it. It doesn't hurt to try it. Um,
The other thing that you wanna look at is, and I'm one of these that I will take a sheet of paper and I'll put personal and then I'll put business. And on the personal, I'll put everything that I want to achieve for the year on the personal. Like, I wanna work out more, I wanna lose 20 pounds, I wanna spend more time with my children, I wanna, make sure I'm present for my grandchildren, I wanna make sure that my husband and I take a vacation this year. Those are my personal goals. My business goals are going to be, what is my goal for how many clients do I want to close by the end of the year? Okay. Say 24. Okay. That's what, two a month. So, what do I need to do to get 24 closings by the end of the year so that I can stay in momentum? So, I always say you always want to start the first of the year with gun ho. You want to just running out of the gate as fast as you can because you don't know what the whole year is going to hold for you. We have had a whole year of hell. And I have been very grateful that I have always prepared and always, what do I say, stockpile and stuff like that. So that if I wasn't able or mentally able to focus, I had it already done to a point where I could just finish it out. Or I could ask someone to help me finish it out. That's the other thing. If you have a good team, pull them in, have them involved in your business, have them help you with certain areas of the business and everything. That's something that your virtual assistant can help you with. Something that we do with our clients is we always sit down with them the last week the last week of the year. It's kinda like the whole month, but really trying to get it done by the end of the year so that we can start out at the beginning of the year on the same foot that our clients are on, and that way we can help them move that needle all year long. So the more we're involved with our clients' goals, planning, and everything, the more we can help them achieve that throughout the year. We're like your little cheerleader in the back, just kind of talking about, hey, you got a goal, see if we can get 3 closings this month, and that'll take it off at the end of the year. So that way, maybe what you could do is at maybe the last month of the year is if you've reached your goal, then you can take that month off. Or maybe you're just really focused and really excited, and then you can close more. So you can pick and choose how you do it. You're not so tied into the business. And then you want to have, some of the things that I always say is, yes, the holidays is when you connect with your clients, you've done your events, you've sent out the holiday cards and everything. But let's really focus on what we do at the beginning of the year with our clients. And this is where a lot of agents will fall short. And so hopefully this will help. If nothing else, just send them a text, an email, a postcard in the mail, just says Happy New Year. You can even say, one of my goals for the year is, I'm going to, instead of running 2 miles a day, I'm going to run three. So you can give them something that you're committed to, not business, personal, that might get them excited to give you one back. And you could say something like, hey, Kim, Happy New Year. I just want to share that my New Year's resolution, or one of them, is going to be I am going to run 3 miles a day instead of two. How about you? What is one of your goals for the new year? And you might be surprised at what you get back. And then you can kind of keep them on track for the whole year. So if they say, hey, I'm trying to lose 15 pounds, then you know what? You can just say, hey, I'll be your accountability coach, because if I'm doing 3 miles a day and you're doing 15 pounds, we're going to do this together. And then that way you can be their little cheerleader. So people get excited about that. I am one of these people that, if I say I'm working out 3 days a week and my husband, he comes by and pats me on the back one day and says, I'm really proud that you're keeping your focus on your commitments. That is exciting to me because somebody's paying attention to what I'm doing, and it's just not me talking, thinking people hear me when they don't. So that is something that you can do with your clients, and that could be all year long, is do a big. Maybe every client gives you a goal, and then you help them stay on track with that goal. So here, if we're sitting here in we're at the end of the year. One of the things that you could also ask yourself, you have to hold yourself accountable, is if I'm at the end of my year, what did I accomplish that I set out at the beginning of the year? And what is still needing to be accomplished that I can realistically achieve? And then map that out. And what does that look like? If you say, oh, I'm too short from meeting my goal of closings for the year, and here it is October 1st. What are you going to do to get those two closings? You've got to map it out. You've got to go, okay, I've got to call 10 people. I've got to call 3 people that reached out to me last week. Oh, what if I took so-and-so to lunch? These are the things that you can map out. And then once you've written it down of what you're going to do to achieve it out, to finish it out, then you can go back and go, okay, well, I'm going to take Paul to lunch. And this is what I'm going to talk about. This is what I need to take with me, that kind of stuff. These are simple things that you already know you need to do. You just need somebody to give you that little motivation to do it. And if you haven't listened to my previous podcast about the Thanksgiving pie event, that is something that you could put together and get it done. You would just need to move right now. So that you just don't have everything piling up on you at the last minute and then you're all stressed out and you don't enjoy it. We don't want that. We want you to enjoy it so you keep doing it because it works.
Get ready to transform your life and your bottom line by turning expired listings into money in the bank while building your listing inventory. And we have done it all for you. Let me introduce you to the ultimate expired listing system. We have worked on this for 25 years and we have perfected it to show that this system is proven to bring you listings. In this course, you will get 7 video lessons on how to create a step-by-step system. You will get 10 postcards with a specific message or a call of action, 10 email sequences designed for the seller, 10 letters that will attract the seller's attention with a call of action, and then you'll get scripts created for you to schedule that first listing appointment. Your introductory package. This is the secret sauce to the success of the ultimate expired listing system. I'm giving you worksheets that we have created to keep you organized through the process. And these how-to videos that we have created for those who need a little help with technology and how to use it is to your advantage. We also offer you a private Facebook group dedicated to those that use the system. If you have questions, this is where you will go. You want to network? This is where you go. And then we give you a bonus. We give to you the tools you need to create the profitable expired listing system. We are always offering bonuses for your accomplishments, extra training and support from the Kim Hughes team. We bring you over 80 years of combined real estate experience. Yes, we have that much experience. Ready to change your life? Ready to grow your business? Let's get started. Jump over to theultimateexpiredlistingsystem.com or visit kimhughes.com to learn more and how we can help you put this system in place.
And then, sending a Christmas card or a holiday card. I always say if you put your cards in the mail on December 1st, it will cover all holidays. So, get your holiday cards ready. Start on those right now and get those mailed out to your past clients. I don't care if you have 500 past clients, every one of them should get a card from you. Even if you have 2, they need a card from you. And that is something you should do every year, and it should go in the mail on December 1st, okay? You just do a holiday card. You don't have to say Merry Christmas. You can just say Happy Holidays and get it in the mail, and people will appreciate that so much. And then another thing you can do is you can give them a personalized home equity update. So that will spark a conversation. And you could maybe make a phone call or a text or maybe an email and saying, I am scheduling my home equity updates with my past clients for the month of January. Here and then here's my calendar. Pick a date. Let's book you. My calendar's filling up. Let's get you on the books real quick. Send me a text on when you can do this. Whatever you want to do. I use a scheduling system if you want to schedule a call with me, and that's one that I would recommend for you. You can go in, you can put in what dates you want to be available to these people. And then when they go in, they can see when you're available on your time, when it's convenient for you. So that way you don't use up all of your days meeting with people here and there. I would say 2 days a week, you schedule them, that's what you're available for. Okay. Super, super easy, super successful. Home equity make updates are big, big conversations. Doesn't mean that they want to buy or sell. It just means you want to update them on where their home sits right now in today's market. And you might be surprised how many sellers would be interested to know that, whether they want to buy or sell. They may not be interested, but if you put that in front of them and they understand it, they may go, well, we weren't thinking of moving until next year, but now we might go ahead and do that. The other things that need to be done is looking at your systems, looking at your email sequences, looking at your presentations, your website. Everything should be touched. Everything should be looked at. You need to look at it and see what needs to be updated. Is your address correct? Your phone number, your email, your brokerage number, all of these things that could change because you move to a different brokerage. Or, maybe you stayed in the same brokerage, just need to update your files, So make sure that you are going through your CRM and you're getting your clients organized, you're getting your vendors organized, you're getting your business to business vendors organized. Um, you know, and look at your and again, this is a great opportunity for you to, while you're updating everything, get your clients' settlement statements ready and get those ready so that they go out no later than the 15th of January. So that everybody gets them in time so that when they go to their CPA or they do their taxes, they have that. That's huge for you to start off in the first of the year with, is to have that client settlement package. We have one that we created because we know how successful these things are. And we've been using them, probably about 10 years with our clients. So this is where, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, um, this is where you will go into the previous year. So come January 1st, you're going to go into the previous year. You're going to pull all of the clients that you either sold or bought with. And then you're going to get their settlement statement. You're going to put a cover letter. You're going to put it in the mail, or you're going to either PDF it and email it. I always say put it in the mail and mail it, and then follow up with an email or a text, okay, or a phone call. We do have this package. It is available on the website. It's called the Client Settlement Statement Package, and in that package, it gives you everything that you need. It gives you the script. It tells you how to do this. It gives you the importance of why to do this. It gives you the template and everything that you need to do. So all you have to do is just plug and play. It's all done for you. So if you are interested in that, we will put a link down below for you to click on. You can also find it in my store on my website. Okay, so then as you are finishing out the year and we're getting closer to the end of the year, some of the things that you might want to think about is, what is your strategy for the new year? We're looking at the old year, the year you're in right now. What do we need to do to finish it out? Where did you find your wins and where did you lose? Where do you feel like you need to improve? where and what systems do you need? What did you find that was missing in your business this year that we can work on for next year and get you organized? So by doing that, you should have multiple ways of earning your clients. So you need to make a list of where all do my clients come from? Do they come from my website, social media, referrals? What business owners in town refer me? What vendors refer me? What is my marketing strategy for that year? What is my client event? I'm going to send out 12 newsletters. Do I need to do anything on that? Um, you know, Birthdays. I've got clients' birthdays coming up. I need to get that organized. Now, that is going to be something that is going to be a huge for you. If you're not already sending birthday cards to your clients, this is so simple. Go to Walmart, go to Hallmark, go online, go wherever you want to go to get your birthday cards. Buy some for men and buy some for women. And if you want to, buy some for the kids and then send out birthday cards to all of your clients for the whole year and see what that does for you. You will be so surprised at how many people will appreciate that. So I've had people say, "Well, what if I just tell them happy birthday?" Not the same thing. You're going to send them a birthday card. Think about when you have a birthday, you open up that card that's in your mailbox, that little fuzzy feeling that you get that somebody remembered you. And that's what you want your clients to have, that feeling when they open that card, they get that little fuzzy feeling of, oh my gosh, they remembered my birthday. And guess what else you're going to do? You're going to send them a text message and then you're going to put it on their social media. Because if you put it on social media, people see your name when you post that happy birthday. So you're accomplishing two things there. You're saying, happy birthday, Kim. Even though I mailed you a card, I'm still going to wish you a happy birthday on social media. And then people are going to see my name and go, who is that? And they're going to click on it. They're going to find out I'm a real estate agent in that market and they're going to follow me. That's the way it works, right? So then send him a text message is a little more personal. It makes them think of you, makes them think, "Oh wow, how nice of them to remember my birthday." So you're having three things with them. Now, if you're one of those agents that wants to do a pop by and give them a birthday gift, go for it. There's nothing telling you you can't do that, but just be mindful of your budget. Okay, you don't want to just go over the moon. I am one of these people. I love to buy gifts for people. I love to I love to make gift baskets and just see the look on your face when I give it to you because that means so that's my little love language I give to people. So do that and not only will it make you feel good, but it'll make your clients feel good. But don't feel like you have to do a pop by with a birthday gift because the birthday cards are going to work. Now, if you're saying to me, Kim, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to forget. I won't take the time or anything. Then you find somebody to do that for you. Your daughter, your son, your husband, your wife, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your VA, your office assistant. Who can help you with this? Whoever's doing your holiday cards should be doing your birthday cards. Pretty easy. And they should also be doing the home anniversary card. So if you think about it, you're going to be sending at least 3 cards a year. You're going to send a birthday, home anniversary, and a Christmas or a happy holiday card. Now, if you want to send other cards like for Valentine's, Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July, back to school, whatever, feel free to do that. But just know you've got to do those 3, okay? Now, another thing, if you're falling behind on your goals and you're trying to finish out and get that extra closing, go into expired listings for sale by owners. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends, talk to your family. Who's looking to buy or sell before the end of the year? Okay. And then maybe what you do is you look at your marketing strategies. So your marketing strategy, I'm going to just touch on this because this could be a whole podcast on its own. But you should have a very strong marketing strategy, meaning you should be in people's faces all day long. So one of the things that we tell people or tell our agents is they should have a buyer postcard system and a seller postcard system. And they should have a farm area that they want to focus on. And then what we do is we have created the 10 cards. We have 10 for sellers and 10 for buyers. They're created for you. All you have to do is go into Canva, change it out, your information, and then put those on. So if you go in and say, okay, I'm going to pick 100 people in the, Hickory Creek subdivision, and I'm going to send, the 10 cards. What I always recommend is that you send the 10 cards to the same address every other week to all the even numbers. Once you go through the evens, then you go do the odds. And the reason for that is when people are checking their mail, they're talking to their neighbors and things like that. They're going to see I got a card, but they didn't get a card. So they're going to go, hey, who's reaching out to you on real estate? And that is another conversation. So when you do your marketing, you want to be very strategic about how you market yourself. You want to make sure that you're not just doing everything everybody else is doing. You're a little bit different and you're a little bit more focused because you're the authority in that market. Okay. So if you don't have any postcards and you need some and you're not going to do this because you don't have any, we have them. I've got the link down below. I want you to do all of the things that I'm telling you to do is to make your next year fabulous. It's going to be fabulous, okay? Another thing that you can do by the end of the year is to be involved. Be involved in the community. What's going on? Do we have Christmas parades? Can you do something in the parade to give yourself some marketing attention? Maybe you have some little plastic cups you can throw out with your branding. Maybe you have water bottles that have your label around it with your information. That's a big thing. I've done that for years. I mean, for many, many, many years. And I can tell you right now, if you want to make the investment into the water bottles and take the time to put your wrapping on it, huge success. And it's really not that hard to do. So if you're interested in doing that, holler at me and I'll give you my strategy. Super easy. But if there's something that you can do to help out the community, to give back, try to find that, whether it's at a food bank, cooking, lunch one day at the church. Maybe there's something going on at the schools that you can get involved in. Just kind of look around at your community and see where are you attracted to, and then jump in and get involved. Super, super fun. It's always fun to give back. And it also makes you feel good and makes them feel good too. Okay. So other than that, we can go on and on and on about, what all do you need to keep doing to finish out the year, but not only are you finishing out the year, you're getting ready for the beginning of the year. So your fourth quarter goals, if you're just not going to be able to make them, then move them into the first quarter of the next year. If it applies, maybe you just put on something on there and you decided, I just don't want to do that. Take it off. But you should have something going on every quarter of every year. In your business, what are you doing? Marketing, what are you doing? Past clients, what are you doing to follow up with them? What are you doing to get new business? Are you looking at new lead generation tools that can help you? So you kind of want to sit down and just kind of go, okay, what did I do this year that I was really excited about, really proud of? And then what did I do that I wasn't all that excited about and it didn't give me any ROI? Then sit down and look at how you can take that and put it into the new year and make the new year even better. So if you enjoyed this blog or this podcast or this video on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about it. Make sure that you read the show notes or the blog because all of this information is in there, as well as all of the links of the products that we have talked about to help you either finish out the year or to get started with the new year. Go out and have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you know someone, and I bet you do, who would appreciate this podcast, please share it with them. As a reminder, this podcast can be delivered directly to your favorite device by using the subscribe links you can find in the show notes below or over at unstoppablerealestateagents.com. Remember, it takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan. Have a great day.